Hey guys, Zerk here, and today I'm going to be bringing you some more custom track worldwide races. Now, I don't plan on continuing the series too much. I mean, I might continue it occasionally, but to be honest, these kind of series are kind of boring. And, there's so many different videos of custom tracks worldwide out there that really, seeing a new one really isn't that special. But anyways, here we're going to come into 8th place here. We pull triple shrooms here, right behind a couple people. I'm shrooming up here to try and get ahead here, but it doesn't really work out as I run into this wall. So I shroom away, chain for another box, and you can see I'm doing these weird hops here, because usually you can get the weird spam tricks like I just did, but apparently you can't get it in that weird off spot where I just, tried to. Anyways, I'm approaching 4th here, and it seems like it's going pretty well until I make a couple of, fatal errors. And by a couple, I mean, I don't really know what I was doing. But anyways, here we're just coming up here, and then I drift to the left. Well, that's kind of awkward, so I just like, oh well, I'll just, drift to the left again. That was definitely not what I wanted, but either way, it could have been to avoid his thundercloud, but to be honest, that wasn't really what I was thinking. I was just like, come on, controller, what the heck? Anyways, we're coming in here 6th. We're going off the jump kind of weirdly, trying to swerve to avoid these chairs, and we pull a single shroom. Now we're in 5th here, and I just decided to go in the slow route. You know why? I don't know. All I know is that it should kill you because it says rest in peace up there, but it doesn't. So anyways, I shroom up here to try and speed up the process of getting back into the pack, but as you can see, I dropped 4 places just because I took that, and I even used the shroom too. So here I'm just swerving around, trying not to, get wheelie bumped, but to be honest, it's probably slowing me down more than, it should. And I take this really wide, come in here, I get a 10th place box, spam it, and I get a golden, so I'm like, alright, I'll just use it to catch up, That's pretty good. But it doesn't really help me that much. Well, I pass a few people, I fail the chain there, and then there's thundercloud there. I'm like, crap, don't give it to me. But right as Zach wheelie bumps me, the shock hits. So the wheelie bump really was mitigated by the shock there, but I didn't manage to get one of the boxes that was coming down. And I guess I was just in the wrong position. There's a pack is getting really tight here. I somehow don't get billed, but I take this turn tighter, tighter than most, so I get 7th, and then Baby Flame comes with his mega, barely missing me. I feel like I probably got hit on his screen, but not on mine. The bill comes through. I'm in 9th place. This is not looking good. I'm thinking, well, if I can get an item here, a good item here, I can catch up and get a solid place since it's so packed up. The 4th place is for anyone at this point. There's only 3 people that are ahead. So anyways, here I come through and trying to get a box, but no, I get bumped off by Sylvain, and I don't get a box, so I'm just coming through last turn. And I really think, wow, 9th place is not good. It's what I'm getting. But luckily for me, a couple people fail at the end, and I do manage to secure 7th. So that is pretty good for me, and I will be getting 7th on this race. So here we're just going to wait for everyone else to finish, and we'll just move on to the next race. Alright, so the next race I'll be bringing you guys is on SNES Bowser's Castle 2, 2 stars. Now, I want you to watch my drift very carefully here at the start of the race. As you can tell, I'm drifting, when I drift straight, I'm drifting slightly to the left. And to test this there, I drift to the right, and to the right is not as much. So I realize there's an issue here as Baby Flame hits me with his triple greens. And I figure, well, I can probably do the race here, but not really what I was looking for, so I unplugged the classic controller from the Wiimote, and I put it back in quickly, and usually that fixes the issue, and today is no different, and I do run into that wall there, not really focusing there on the race, but whatever. There's still plenty of time to catch back up as I pull this golden and start goldening up to the boxes. I do a nice chain here, and I managed to chain right at the last second, then chain for the bill. And I figure I might as well use it right away just to catch up as fast as I can to the pack so I can get right back into the race. And as you can see, this bill definitely helped me very much as I passed 2 people and headed into 10th place. I swerve out of the way there so the fire pillars don't hit me, and I pull this star. Now I'm right behind Zach here, and I could use it in star him, but I figured I might as well chain it for the boxes up ahead. I'm just approaching this straight here. There's Zach and Baby Flame ahead of me. I use the star here and go right forward, and I pull another star. And I figure, well, I'll probably chain up ahead, but I run into the wall, so I've chained a little bit early. And, that didn't really hurt me or help me, but as you can see, I get a shock dodge here. Like, it definitely makes up for my single red shell in 5th, and I managed to pass Nicholas and go all the way up to 2nd place. Now the rest of the race is pretty much the same, just going along in 2nd place, but I won't spoil anything. But I mean, I kind of did, but anyways, we're going to pull the box here, and we get a green shell, whatever, second place. Items aren't too important. So I just spam my items backwards as the POW hits, and the blooper obviously comes there because someone had to use it because of the POW, and I just drift around this corner, and as you can see, I didn't actually take the cut there, and I figured it was probably mainly just to, you know, minimize risk of dying, because while it's not too difficult, if you mess it up, I would be straight back in the pack, and that would not really help me since I have second place pretty much on lock. Speaking of on lock, I pull this single shroom, so even if, you know, a blue shell comes, I will be able to dodge as Viper is so far ahead. I will be the one getting hit by the blue, but it doesn't matter, and I get second place anyways. Alright, here we are on the third and final race here on Fishdom Island. Now, this is a very old custom track, but to be honest, it's actually very good still. And anyways, so we're starting in 7th place, and we get bumped a bunch at the start, so much so that we have to go into the grass. But luckily for me, someone decided not to take their box, and we get a single red in 8th. Very funny. So anyways, I just managed to, you know, chain here. And I wind up pulling a mega, which was actually pretty mega-tastic. Anyways, so the bill comes through, I managed to dodge that, and I try not to take Nicholas's TC, but it shrinks him right before he was able to pass it to me, so that's great. Holding the mega here, I'm planning on chaining at the set here, but as you can see, the box I chained here was kind of sketchy, and I have to do some weird shenanigans to get back on the track properly. As you see here, I pulled a bomb, and, you know, I'm not sure who I'm going to bomb, but I'm hoping to actually hit somebody with it as I, you know, come around these bends here, as I come on to lap 2. So I chain this bomb here. I'm thinking, like, well, what can I get? You know, what can I get? I can get another bomb. So, you know, while not really ideal, it is definitely an item. So I will chuck it up his face here. And it's kind of weird because it looks like my bomb doesn't hit him, and a different bomb does, but maybe that was all just lag, but it was really weird. Anyways, I chucked the second one at Fruits. That definitely hits him, and I managed to come into 5th place here on the last turns of the second lap. And, you know, I might have thought I'd learned my lesson about getting a better item box. Nope, got to do some weird shenanigans just again. I pulled the blooper here, obviously a terrible item, and I don't know, I probably should have just spammed it, but either way, you know, Fruits dodges. And I managed to come into 6th as Sword passes me here on this turn. Now, I figured, well, there's definitely a lot of time left in the race. I can definitely pull some better items. You know, this is definitely still a good, yeah, about those items. Sword completely swerves and steals my box. And I have to go way out here to get a box. You know what I get rewarded for going way out for? A thundercloud. So I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? This is rip race. But luckily, Stace loves his TCs and, you know, picks up another copy. So anyways, here I just managed to get the sketchy box here on the dock just so I can, you know, chain here. And as you can see, I stopped using the golden here because I want to make sure I can chain. And as you can see, I kind of stopped a wee bit too soon as I was able to chain quite easily. And I get a star and I spam it because I figure there hasn't been a shock for a while, and I figure if someone has it, they'll use it, and bam, shock dodge. And I managed to pass 2 people. Did not get anything better than 6th, but to be honest, that is just fine as I finished 6th in the race. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and for now, goodbye.